Hi guys, and welcome back to another Dot Race video, and today we're going to be playing Monster Energy Supercross 5, and today we're going to be looking at the compound, the free roaming area of Supercross 5, where you can literally do what you like with your motorcycle of choice, go for a little wander around, take in the scenery, or just try the most daring and death-defying moves you can possibly muster up here in the compound. But I need to speak to you guys because the last video I did with Supercross 5 was the first impressions, and it was somewhat balanced. I think I gave it a little bit of positivity and also, of course, the negatives with the bugs, etc. But having playing a little bit more, this game has left a sour taste in my mouth. Now, it could be the fact that I've just woken up and I've got the classic morning breath, but I don't think it is. Supercross 5, unfortunately for me, is annoying me. I love Supercross, I love the bike games, I really do, but unfortunately for this one, I am just, every single time I pick up this game to play it and just to say, okay, I'll accept the bugs, there's something else to annoy me. I don't know if you caught all those little bits of grass just literally growing in front of you. I don't know what it is, there's so many bugs in this game and it's getting annoying. Like, you can literally see the grass growing in front of you as you get closer and closer. And let me tell you, this is not a draw distance thing from my PC settings because everything is cranked up to the max. And you can see things popping in, you can see textures popping in, you can see the actual terrain itself loading in as you get closer and closer. And there's a constant flickering in certain parts of the track. More so towards the trees you'll see in the background, there's just a flash, like a flash of light every now and again that just happens. Now, before you question my graphics card, don't jinx me, my graphics card is absolutely fine. This is unfortunately in the game itself, so I don't know what the issue is. Everything has been cranked up to the max, but we're still getting the texture popping, the egregious bugs, and then of course the random flickering that you will see in certain parts of the track. It's not everywhere, it's just in a few parts where the flickering will just flash every now and again. Now, well, there is a little bug that's going to come up now, but I mean, okay, it's not the worst thing I've seen in the world, a floating Monster Energy Kawasaki in the middle of a compound, but hey-ho, it happened. That's one thing you could say has just occurred. I mean, I can't even look at this without with a straight face. Look at the state of that. But, sticking to the positives for now, the water looks nice. I'm not going to ride my motorcycle in it because that would just be horrendous. And there's some nice areas here in the compound. There's probably an area that I would like to go to when the game is fixed, when the game is finished. When that happens, I'll gladly come here and do some time trials and just go for some runs, because I even found myself doing that in the previous MXGP games and the Supercross games, where I would just go onto the track with no intention of doing anything in particular than just going for a ride. Now, of course, Supercross does the fantastic thing of having collectibles. I'm a big fan of collectibles in video games. I've always liked them, as long as they're not too ridiculous, like 2,000 or something. Well, in Supercross 5, and they did it in Supercross 4 as well, they do position little Supercross tokens around the map for you to find, and I like that element, and it's kind of cool to go around and find them, and there's been no issues with them. Like, if I've gone through them, they've registered as being collected, and it seems absolutely fine. But I will question what the hell these buildings are. Do you have these buildings in America? I have never seen a house like that. It's like a chateau of some description with a very bright green roof. Don't know if that's a thing I've ever seen before. It looks more like the house on The Sims. I've seen one of those before in the community section. But hey ho, that's an odd looking house. If you live in a house like that, then more power to you. But I digress for now. The main point of this video was to take a look at the compound, and I am going to try and look at the positives, but I can't ignore the bugs and the messy presentation of Supercross 5. There is a hell of a lot of potential in this game. I still think the bikes feel great when they do work. Occasionally, it doesn't tend to do it. Some of the times the bike just feels odd and you kind of feel like you lose control for a second, which you have no understanding why. I thought Dill469 explained it very well in his video. The link is in the description down below if you want to check out his versions. And of course, he is featured as one of the aces at the bottom of my channel, so if you do want to see his content, scroll down to the bottom there. But I did feel he nailed it when he was talking about the actual bike handling. He did describe it very well how I felt it was, where it was good when it worked, and then sometimes it can be like just all over the place. Now, I didn't find it too bad here in the compound, so I don't know if that's maybe a loading glitch. So maybe when the game is loading, and maybe when it's loading in the textures, maybe it just desyncs. Not entirely sure. I'm not a game developer, and I certainly don't pretend to be. I'm a commentator at that for a virtual video game. That's as far as my talents go, as far as content creation. But guys, the positive part is, I like this compound. I think it's a great area. There's some nice spots to go to, and there's some nice scenery, to be fair. I mean, I didn't think the water looked too bad. I know it's not really like Horizon Forbidden West sort of graphics, but it's pretty nice. I don't mind it too much. I know some people are going to criticise me for being a little bit too sort of relaxed as far as the graphics goes, but we have to remember that these guys, Milestone Italy, are a small development team. Sometimes we do feel that, you know, they are Sony or they are Microsoft, where they can produce the best grade A quality games you've ever did see, but unfortunately that is not the reality. And don't get me wrong, I'm in the same boat as well. Every year I have massive expectations for every game. This is going to happen, this is going to change, and then when it comes out you go, ah yeah, they are still what they are. And I don't think which people and myself should knock them for that, because I still very much enjoy the games. This one I'm being critical on because I think my experience is suffering. I'm really wanting to enjoy this game, and I was beginning to look forward to making a lot of content on this game. But now I'm in the board of thinking, I don't think I'll bother making content on this game because I don't enjoy it. And that's simply because of the bugs. Fix the bugs, fix all the graphical errors and minor things that really make the game ugly, and then we've got a great game. And then we can really enjoy the game for what it is. But for now, the compound, Supercross 5, too many glitches, too many bugs, not particularly enjoying it as much as I would if it was completed. That's my opinion on that for now. But let's move into some time trials and let's give it a bash in there. So sadly I do have another negative to mention, and that was the loading time in this particular little time trial here. I expect it to be more seamless than what it was. Now this is running on my Samsung 980 EVO Plus, so it's a very good SSD that this game is installed to, but it took forever to load that particular section. I don't know why, because it was much better on the previous games where if I wanted to do a time trial and a track just dead quickly, it would load pretty fast, it wouldn't take too long. But this one took an eternity just to get this small track ready and prepared to race upon. Which is bizarre because the last game ran so well, so what happened? I have no idea. But it also shouldn't do that. It should not be like that, because if you're going to go into free roam for compound and then suddenly decide, you know what, I fancy doing a time trial on that particular track, practice it a few times, let's do it with the proper time trials, let's upload my times to the leaderboards and let's see if anyone else can compete. If you've got to wait 30-40 seconds for it to load, you can be knocked out of your rhythm by then. And then you've got to do it all again. Of course you'll do it anyway, but still, the point being is, why am I waiting so long for this small track to be loaded? I don't know. Really don't know. But I'm going to swap into helmet cam in a moment's time, because also, as well, not just because I like helmet cam a little bit more, but I would like to see a different perspective from the track, and I seem to be doing a bad job right now from the third person perspective, so let's change it back over to the first person in a moment's time and just have a little feel of the first person, because I like the way the first person feels. I still think it's very solid, but it almost looks worse now because I'm seeing loads of weird lines on the track. It kind of looks like water is rising up through the sort of dirt and the mud. The way I can describe it is, if you remember when an old game would get water effects, like take for example like a Grand Theft Auto game when you were on the beach, the water would just sort of rise above the sand and then just disappear, rather than actually move up the sand, if that makes any sense. So I don't know why that is, but yeah, it's annoying. The texture is popping in all the time, but I'm still gonna stay positive. I'm still gonna stay positive with it. I'm actually really enjoying this particular run. There's floating cushions and Monster Energy signs. There's bad texture popping. There's cameramen and everyone here for some strange reason. I don't know why they're here. They don't need to be. I'm just sort of messing about on my own. But I still actually am having a good time doing this little track. And this is what's so bloody annoying, is I'm having fun until I see those bugs and I'm just reminded of how ugly it is. It's just, oh my goodness, please get this fixed. I love this game, I really do, but I hate those bugs. I hate those issues, I hate those glitches, and for God's sake, I hated that egregious bug we had last time in the first impressions video. Please guys, get it fixed, and we can make a lot more Monster Energy Supercross 5 content. But upon that note guys, I think I've said everything I need to say, and I should not probably make this video any longer. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section down below. If you agree or disagree with me on anything, also let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know what your experience has been so far with Supercross 5. And upon that note, guys, thank you for watching. This video has been a pleasure, and I will see you in the next video. Like, comment and subscribe, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more Dr. Ace content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single Dr. Ace video.